Hi everyone, my name is Kiran Gottumukkala. I am currently learning full stack web development course. As a part of the mini project, I have developed a responsive web application named BookHub, which is a clone of a Goodreads website. I have developed this web app using React.js, which is a free and open source front-end JavaScript library used for building user interfaces based on the UI components. Before going to the web app, let's firstly go into the IDE. This is the IDE where the entire code which displayed on the web app is developed. So here we can see the SRC. SRC is the where the source code of the project is there. Before going to the project, let's go to the UA, how the UI should be displayed in the web app. We used Figma. By using the Figma, we get an idea before going to the developing the actual web app. We get an idea how the web app should be displayed. So here we have two both for responsive website for both tablet and desktop and for mobile. So this is the view of the desktop where the login page should be displayed, and if there any error in the login page when the user tries to access with the wrong credentials, this should be displayed as an error. Username or password is invalid, and when the user login with a correct credentials, the homepage should be displayed with an header, paragraph, and a third party application as top rated books with React Silk. We are user slider component here and the footer component. So when the user successfully log into the home button, when the user tries to access the bookshelves by clicking on the find books or the bookshelves, it should be redirected to the bookshelf router where we the data will be fetched from backend. All the data is displayed initially. So when the user tries to access the read books or currently reading, want to read, it should be displayed based on the status. So based on the status, the data should be displayed, filtered among the data. So we are showing the data from the backend. We are using Amazon Web Services here. So this is a thing where the user tries to get the data accordingly. When the user tries to access a particular book, the book data should be displayed as a book item component. So this is how the image of the book and the about author and about book should be displayed. And by using the search button, but when the user tries to give search input, the related data should be displayed. If the user entered a string is not presented in the title of books in our data, it should be displayed as your search is does not find in any matches. So similarly, if there are error in a loading or in a internet connection, so that will be displayed something went wrong. Similarly, in mobile, this is the how mobile version should be looked. So the login page and these are the home page bookshelf details. This is how we need to be create the UI based on the Figma components. Let's go into the website. So while this is the website I have web app I have developed, and this the first thing is a logo. Main thing, I have changed the logo of the React logo to the customized book hub logo, so it will create the user, it will be a special different to the normal web apps. So it creates a different user experience. So I have customized the title, changed from React app to book hub, one stop for all books. So it makes the user different to the other apps. So when the user tries with a wrong credentials, that I'm giving a sample credential of Rahul and giving the password also as a Rahul. So we are using in a password input. So we are using test and a password as a labels, because when a user tries to click show password, it will be displayed as a text. Otherwise it will showed as a password while using a dots or asterisk based on the user browser. So when the user tries to access with wrong credentials, it's showing user and password didn't match, because it is a web application, not a website. Because in a website, the user has very less interaction with the website. It has very information of HTML, CS, and basic, very less JavaScript. The user reads the information. There will be no very interaction with the website. In a web application, the user interacts with the web app, and the is very sensitive information is to be stored. So here, when the user tries to log in with the correct credentials, these credentials are stored in the client storage. So we are using client storage. So after the logout, the JW token, which is the access token, is removed from this website, this client storage. So we are not creating any additional information. We are fetching the data from the API URL. So when the bearer, the JW token matches with the password, so it will be user will be successfully authenticated. Here we have given a I have given a current credentials. So it tries to when let's try to log in. So due to the current credentials, the website web app is authenticated and it will redirect it to home page. So this is the home page with a header, and we have said as it is a top rated books component with related books of a top rated. I have given it a small hover effect, so it looks like a different when the user interacts. So this is the how apart from the basic UI components required to be developed, I have added one more favorites. So the user can store his favorite books like clicking on this image, add to favorites. So it will be stored in the favorite session, so the user can easily access whenever after some time or any other time he needs to read the book, he will directly access to the favorite book. So by using we are using a concept, I'm using a concept as context, so where we can remove the prop dealing problem in this. So by using the context, we can access the required component of data in a required place. So here when the user tries to access find books or the footer section, we will discuss the footer section at the end. When user tries to access the find books or when the user tries to access bookshelf, it should both navigate it to the bookshelf component. So this is the bookshelf component where according to the user interest, user tries to read, it will be display the status books of read depends upon the status. And currently when the user tries to currently read, it display the status related to currently read. So this is the how this bookshelf component executes. So the bookhub logo, here the bookhub logo, when the user tries to click in the logo, it will navigate to the home button directly. So when the user places his favorite, so it will be stored to his favorite. So another option is the search. When the user tries to access it search, let's say the cool. So there are no books available in the title with the name the cool. So the information it is displayed, your search did not match, find any matches. When we search the word, so it will shows the titles with the word the. So we can see the number of books the with have the title the in the title. So similarly, when you add to the favorites, where I am adding some currently 3 to 4 books. So we can see, so here favorite there I have added 3 books. So we can the user can remove any one book and particularly or can remove entire books. So for suppose I have removing the this book, so it navigate when we come to the favorite books. So we have only 2 books, but if I the user want to remove all books from his favorites, he can directly remove button. So your there are no favorite books in this cart. So these are similarly change the theme based on the user. He can change the theme, so it will be gives a different look. Let's check how this website is responsive in mobile and tablet in various by using the developer options. We can interact with the browser by using developer options. We can check the responsiveness of the website. So this is the how the website looks in a responsive. I'm logging out. So when a user tries to this is the how login page of the user in a mobile. Rahul, I'm giving a credentials. So when the user clicks to know the password he entered, it can be displayed when the user logins. This is the how mobile devices is the how the UI web app is displayed when the user clicks to uh, bookshelves, it is displayed the bookshelf router, it will navigate to the bookshelf router, and all the books that have presented in this is used. So I have used a small transition for this, changing the theme from black to white, or so by changing the theme, so it will be a cross mark to close the bar. So when the user tries to access the only read or currently reading and want to read, it will show. Similarly, when in the as desktop web responsiveness, so here when the user tries to add to favorites, you can check the book is whether added to the favorites or not. Here the book is added to the favorite. So when the user acts and the favorite book, so similarly this book is added, and he can remove one single book, or he can remove the all books at a time, and we can say there are no favorites in this book. So coming to the desktop version, we have see this is the desktop version. When the user tries to access other routes which are not there, for suppose not found or anything not found, it displays there is no page not found, because it is a not route presented in also. This is how we have achieved the responsiveness of the websites. Let's go check. And the id is the id where we have complete source. We have developed everything in the components. As I said, this is how the book item component, and the top rated books displayed in the browser in the home route is developed using the top route components. And this is the where we have used silk slider, we have used third party app, react silk and slider, and we have used footer header components and everything. So we have achieved the responsiveness of breakpoint in desktop. And then we have displayed four slides to show, and here we have displayed four slides to show. And in tablet or any smaller desktop, smaller versions of mobile, it displayed only two. So we can see in as in responsiveness. So as the shelf item, protected route is used when the user tries to access without the authorization. It tries to log into the back to the login button. This is the how it redirects to the login. So by using this, we can ensure that the user can only log into the website. Authorized user can only access to the web app, and not phone. When the information or anything will not found, the not found is will be displayed. And this is the login form. And in this login form, we have say I have linked the footer section. We can say this is the how the login form. When the user gives when the user enters the access token, it's a jw token, we can say it's a password. So by and the enters the password, it will be checked into the local client session. So when it is verified, it will be logged to the authenticated user. If the authentic jw token and the password enter it does not matches, the authenticated the it will be redirected to the login page and displayed an error. So coming to the footer section, this is the footer section. And when in this footer section, when the user tries to contact the user, you can set the linkedin. So it will direct it to the linkedin profile, my linkedin profile. So for security purpose and thing, so this is my linkedin profile, so user can access. So when okay, so when the user is accessing the external links coming to the website, for security purpose and thing, we have used the real as a real sheets, no opener and no referer. So because the no opener keyword here, it instructs the browser to navigate to the target resource without granting the no browsing context or access to the document that opened it. This is especially useful when opening untrusted links, in order to ensure that they cannot tamper without any originating document. And the no referer, here no referer is used to instruct the browser when navigating to the target resource to omit the refer header and otherwise leak no refer information. So for this purposes, we have used no opener and no references in the links to navigate other browsers. And the entire developed code is pushed to the GitHub, and you can access my GitHub account by clicking on the GitHub icon. So it will navigate to the GitHub account. So you can see